In the peaceful little town of Riverview, where the streets usually stayed quiet and life moved at a gentle pace, there lived a duo that had become nothing short of legendary. Officer Mark Daniels and his loyal K-9 companion, Max, were a force to be reckoned with. Max, a highly skilled and fiercely loyal German Shepherd, had been right beside Mark for nearly 5 solid years. They weren't just partners in uniform. No, they were a team, a family, a bond built through every crime scene, every chase, every moment where lives hung in the balance. Together, they'd taken down dangerous criminals, cracked open tough cases that left others scratching their heads, and more importantly, they had saved lives. Max wasn't just any police dog. He was Mark's right hand, his shadow, his brother in battle. One beautiful Sunday morning, the sun glistened gently over Riverview's sleepy rooftops. The air was cool, fresh, filled with the scent of blooming grass and the distant laughter of kids playing. It was just another routine patrol. Nothing special. Mark was behind the wheel, cruising slowly through the streets while Max sat upright in the back seat, posture proud, eyes sharp as ever, scanning, always alert. But suddenly static crackled over the radio. All units respond. Reports coming in, reckless bikers causing havoc near Riverview Park. Proceed with caution. The calm?
Gone.
Mark's jaw clenched, his hands tightened around the wheel. Mark with urgency. All right, Max, looks like we've got ourselves a situation. Max gave a quick, deep bark, almost as if he understood the weight of what was about to go down. When they arrived at Riverview Park, chaos was already in full swing. 6 bikers, engines roaring like wild beasts, tore through the walking paths, scattering innocent families, sending strollers flying, and making people scream in terror. Without hesitation, Mark jumped out of the patrol car. Max leapt beside him, alert, focused, ready for action like a soldier reporting for duty. Mark firmly. Police! Stop right there. But the bikers? They only laughed. Wild, reckless, cruel. They wore ripped-up leather jackets, their faces hardened with mischief and arrogance. One of them, revving his engine, sneered at Mark with a mocking grin. Biker, taunting. Oh yeah? You think that mud of yours is gonna stop us? Mark stayed composed, but Max released a low, thunderous growl that cut through the noise, a warning you could feel in your bones. But just as Mark began to approach them, everything took a turn. One of the bikers suddenly gunned the throttle, speeding directly at Max. Mark shouting, "Max, watch out." But it was too late. The biker swerved at the last second, his heavy boots swinging out, landing squarely in Max's side. The impact sent Max tumbling hard to the ground, yelping in pain, a sound that tore through Mark's soul. Mark, heart-dropping. Max. He sprinted toward his fallen partner, desperation in every step. The bikers? They just roared with laughter and sped off, leaving behind a trail of dust, engine fumes, and tire marks scorched into the ground. Max lay there, whimpering, still trying to stand, his body trembling with effort. Even in pain, his loyalty burned stronger than ever. Mark knelt beside him, voice shaking. Mark, gently. Stay down, buddy. I've got you.
Just hold on, all right?
He called for backup and an emergency vet unit immediately. When the paramedics arrived, they worked fast, treating Max with care. But inside, Mark's heart was boiling, fury and grief blending into one. He made a vow right there, and then they would pay. Every single one. Mark reviewed footage from park cameras, tracing the chaos back to a known gang, the Iron Wolves, a biker club notorious for causing mayhem across small towns like his. He knew exactly where their hideout was, a rundown warehouse on the far edge of Riverview, almost forgotten by the world. Before the raid, Mark paid one last visit to Max, now recovering at the animal hospital. The vet gave him hope. Max would pull through. But seeing him like that, lying still, wrapped in bandages, his once unstoppable energy drained, it lit a fire inside Mark. Mark, softly, stroking Max's fur. You rest up, partner. I'll take it from here. I promise, they won't get away with this. That night, under the cover of darkness, Mark and his team closed in on the warehouse. The Iron Wolves were inside, laughing, drinking, unaware of what was about to come crashing down. Mark, whispering to himself, "This one's for you, Max." He gave the signal, and the raid was on. It was quick, explosive. The bikers didn't see it coming. Some tried to fight back, but Mark was a storm. He locked eyes with the gang leader, the same one who hurt Max, and tackled him with all the fury he'd held in. Mark, growling through clenched teeth, "You think it's funny to hurt an innocent dog?" The biker stammered, terrified now. "Biker, I didn't mean."
Mark snapping.
"Save it." He cuffed him hard. Justice, swift, precise, personal. All 6 members were arrested. As they were hauled away in cuffs, Mark stood there, victorious, but his thoughts still with Max. A week later, Mark returned to the animal hospital. The moment Max saw him, his ears perked, tail wagging like crazy, even through the bandages. He tried to leap up, eager to reunite. Mark, laughing through tears. "Easy there, boy. I told you I'd take care of it, didn't I?" Max nuzzled into him, loyal as ever. The two walked out, side by side, ready to take on whatever the world had left to throw at them. Word of what happened spread quickly through Riverview. People were inspired by Max's courage, by Mark's unwavering love, and the unstoppable bond they shared. The Iron Wolves? They faced full justice. But Max? Max became a symbol of strength, of loyalty, of the silent heroism found in 4 paws and 1 big heart. Mark often looked at Max, a grateful smile on his face. Mark, quietly, full of love. "They may have hurt you, but they'll never break us." And Max? He'd wag his tail, as if to say, "You're right, partner, not now, not ever." Because in the end, nothing, absolutely nothing, could break the bond between a K9 and his handler. Paw Prince Blueheart.